Hi everyone! Welcome back to C1 Novel and Vocab Week 7! Woo! Welcome back and let's get started. So if you've already been here, you know the drill, go ahead and skip. But if this is your first time here, stay and listen. So hello! My name is Miss Kimberly. And the goal of our session is to have students, you, understand each word in our vocabulary workbook, and to be cognizant and know some of the phrases in our novel that may be a bit difficult for us to understand. And I'll be here to help and guide you throughout this whole time. So what is our agenda? What are we doing today? 1, we will be going over week 7 vocabulary in our book. Go over extra example sentences that I have written for us. In the next video, you will go over difficult phrases from the novel of our book, Clementine. And then after all of that, you will have to review and self-study. So let me explain, why are we doing this? 1, for week 7 vocabulary, we're doing this for vocabulary acquisition. We're gaining all of these words. By learning the definition, synonym, and antonym of a word, this can significantly and greatly improve your reading comprehension and enhance your contextual usage. Next, we'll be going over example sentences. Extra. And this is to help with writing variation. By looking at a variety of example sentences with a specific vocabulary word, students can learn how to use the word in different sentence structures and make your writing a bit more interesting. So let's go. Everyone, please open up your vocabulary workbook till week 7. Yes. Page 56. If you're there, give me a thumbs up. Good. The first word is tourist. Everyone say tourist. The synonym is a traveler. And the antonym is a local, which means a person who has been there for a long time. And it is a noun because the definition is a person, which makes it a noun, who is traveling or visiting a place for pleasure, for fun. So you're just going there for fun and you're visiting. I'm sure you guys have been a tourist at different places, right? You don't just stay in Busan the whole time. You guys probably go to different areas, maybe Seoul or a different country, and you're a tourist there because you're traveling. In our TED Talks, it says, what kind of lions did the tourists see? An example, please read with me here. Ready? Tourists can be found in Paris all year round because it is a popular city to visit. Very good. Has anyone been to Paris before? Have you been a tourist in Paris before? I haven't. I wish I could get. Maybe one day in the future. So tourist, a person who is traveling. Let's look down here. Our city attracts many tourists each year who come to see the sights. So this area makes people come from all over different areas because we have such beautiful scenery. Example 2. The tourists bought souvenirs to take home as memories of their trip. I love buying souvenirs whenever I visit some place so that I can remember and cherish that area. Tourist. Very good. Number 2, our word is equipment. Everyone say equipment. The synonym is gear, and the part of speech is noun. The definition says the necessary items for a particular purpose. In our TED Talks, it says, storm chasing requires special equipment, meaning we need some different types of tools for that certain activity. An example here, read with me. The farmer gathered the equipment he needed to harvest his vegetables. Good job. I know that you're reading with me now, right? So here, as you can see in this picture, these are all different types of equipment that a farmer may use when he has to harvest his vegetables, when he has to grow his vegetables. Okay, equipment, the necessary and needed items to do something. Example at the bottom. Artists need a variety of equipment like brushes and paint to create their masterpieces. But I'm sure they need more than that. The only equipment is not just brushes and paint. They probably need some water. They need some kind of spray. They need some cloth. Okay, equipment. Next one. Before going skiing, make sure you have all the necessary equipment, such as skis, poles, and boots, right? We don't want to go skiing without our actual skis, right? That'll just be going down the hill with our boots. Everyone say equipment. Excuse me, I'm still not 100% better yet. Number 3, the word is interconnected. Everyone repeat, interconnected. Good. Our synonym is linked. It's an adjective and it means related to each other. In our TED Talks, it says, bees and flowers are interconnected. One cannot live without the other one. So they are related. They have to be connected to each other. They're linked. An example, read with me. 1, 2, 3. A bad diet and lack of exercise are interconnected with poor health. So you would have to have a bad diet and lack of exercise for really, really bad health. They're interconnected. They're all linked together. Example at the bottom. The different subjects we learn in school are interconnected and help us understand the world. Good, because in math class, I'm sure you're not just doing 1 + 1 and 2 + 2 and that's it. I'm sure there are other also like word problems that you use and also that you can use in real life where you have other things all connected together. Example 2. The organs in the human body are interconnected, working together to maintain health. So my heart is also working along with my lungs, which is also working with my liver. All of my different organs are interconnected. They're working together. Very good. Number 4. Everyone say perspire. Perspire. It means to sweat. It is a verb, and to sweat, you know, when you sweat, you're really running really hard, and then you have all of this like water. Not water. It's called sweat. It's called perspire. When you're perspiring, sweat. In our TED Talks, it says, while working in the hot sun, I perspired so much that my shirt got all wet. Ooh. I do not like summer because I perspire a lot. That's why I like the winter, because we don't perspire in the winter unless you're eating like hot soup. Example, read with me. Ready? 1, 2, 3. He started to perspire while exercising at the gym. Very good. I know maybe you guys are at gym class, or when you're running outside, you will start to perspire. You'll sweat. Example at the bottom. Nervousness can cause a person to perspire, even in cool conditions. So maybe sometimes say that it's at MI, and it's the summertime, but you have to do a presentation in front of the whole class. And you're getting so nervous, you start to perspire, even though the air conditioning is really, really cold. Or here, the next one. After a spicy meal, it's common to perspire as your body reacts to the heat of the food. I know a few people who sweat when they eat hot, spicy food too. Do you know anyone? Number 5. Now, these are words from our new novel, Clementine. Number 5 is our word excused. Everyone say excused. The synonym is exempted. The part of speech is an adjective, and it means released from a duty or requirement. So you don't have to do it. You're exempted. So you're excused. You're released from it. You do not have to do it. In the book it says, the following students are excused from journal writing. Meaning, you don't have to do journal writing. Example, 1, 2, 3. My brother and I were excused from class because we had to go home early. I used to love being excused from class early when I was younger. I mean, we didn't have to finish the day at school. We can go home. Excused. Down here. Due to the heavy snowstorm, workers were excused from coming into the office. So because of the weather conditions, they did not have to go to work. They were excused. Next one. Students who were sick were excused from taking the test and allowed to make it up later. So say that you're sick and you missed class and it's test day all of a sudden, but you missed everything. So then you are excused, you're able to take it later. You're released from it. Number 6, everybody say hitch. Hitch. The part of speech is a verb, and the definition says, to move into a different position with a jerk. You're like, In our book it says, Margaret hitched herself over to the side a little so I could see. And then our example, 1, 2, 3. My mom hitched a thick blanket around me so I would be snug and warm. Very good. To hitch herself in the first sentence means to move over. And to hitch the thick blanket means to put the blanket over someone. Excuse me. Example at the bottom. It says, when the backpack caught on a branch, it caused me to hitch backward. I know this happens to me all the time with my backpack. For some reason, it gets caught on a lot of doorknobs. And when it gets caught on a doorknob, I have to hitch. And I'm like, ah! Because I'm still connected to it. So it makes me move back with a jerk. Or, as the car drove over a bump, it caused everyone to hitch abruptly. To move abruptly in a very quickly way. In a quick way, sorry. Number 7. The word is bangs. Look at here. These are my long bangs. Bangs. It is a noun, and it means the front section of a person's hair when it is cut short and worn over the forehead. So mine are like side bangs because it's off to the side. But here, as you can see in this picture, this baby has bangs all over her forehead. It covers. In our book, it says, it's like bangs. Such a short sentence. Let's read the example together. 1, 2, 3. The girl's bangs cover her entire forehead and eyebrows. Who here has bangs? Raise your hands. Who here doesn't have bangs? Raise your hand. Example at the bottom. This hairstylist suggested adding bangs to give the haircut a fresh look. So the hairstylist is like, hey, I think you have bangs. It'll be very pretty. And you're like, okay, I'll try it. And then Example 2. When I was younger, I used to have bangs that I would trim myself. You know, I even also still cut this by myself too. So right now I need to cut it. I need to trim it. And I would cut them by myself. Even when I was younger. Bangs. But you shouldn't do it unless you ask your parents for permission. Number 8. Our word is gifted. Gifted. The synonym is brilliant, and the antonym is unintelligent. So gifted means really, really smart, and as you can see in the antonym, unintelligent means not smart. The part of speech is an adjective, and the definition says, having great special talent or ability. In the book it said, if they had a special class for gifted kids in art, I would definitely be in it. So maybe in our book Clementine, she was saying that if there was a class for super, super duper good artists, she would be also there because she thinks that she's very good at drawing. Example, ready to read together? Ready? 1, 2, 3. My little sister is very gifted and can solve complicated math problems easily. Oh, that means she's very, very smart. She has a special talent in math. Who is gifted in math? Raise your hands. Or who is gifted in English? If you're watching this video, you're gifted in English. Let's look here. Leah is a gifted musician who can play multiple instruments with ease. So maybe this girl, Leah, she's able to play the violin, the piano, the trumpet, the guitar, the saxophone, because she's very gifted. She has a special talent for music. Example 2. The school offers a special program for gifted students to challenge them academically. So here, they have a special program for the super talented and smart students so that they're able to learn more. Good. Number 9, the bottom of page 57. Our word is boomerang. Everyone say boomerang. I like this word. It's fun to say, boomerang. It is a noun, and as you can see in this picture here, it is a curved stick that returns to its owner after being thrown. But not all the time. It actually takes practice for the boomerang to actually come back to you. And here it says, and boomerangs from our book. Super short. But our example here that we're going to read together, ready? The boomerang might hit you when it comes back, so be careful. Yikes. So it's curved, it's like this, and it's curved. And then come back to you. Example here. Sarah's dad taught her how to throw a boomerang during their camping trip. So they're out in the field and they're just throwing the boomerang and practicing together. And example 2, having a boomerang return back to you takes a lot of practice, as I said earlier. Because it doesn't always just come back. There's like a special technique or a way that you have to throw a boomerang. Has anyone thrown a boomerang before? I have when I was in elementary school, and it did not return back to me. It just went. Turn the page to number 10. Our word is permanent. Everyone say permanent. The synonym is lasting, and the antonym is temporary, for only a short period of time. And a part of speech is an adjective. So if temporary is the antonym, a short period of time, permanent's definition would be intended to remain unchanged forever and over and ever. It will not change. In our book, it says, that's how permanent those markers are. If you remember this part of the story, there's a picture here with her permanent marker on somebody's head. Boop. Hint. And let's read this example 1 together. Ready? 1, 2, 3. The child got in trouble for drawing on the walls with permanent markers. Yikes. Who here has ever drawn on the walls before? Not a very good idea. Permanent markers are for drawing on paper. Because as you can see here, it'll be very hard to erase. Example at the bottom. It says, it is very difficult to erase permanent marker from your shirt. Eek. I had a Sharpie marker before and I got it on my shirt. And I was like, oh no, I have to erase it. And then it took me a lot of rubbing and a lot of washing. Example 2. The decision was permanent and my mom never changed her mind. Meaning she made her decision and that was that. No more changing. Permanent. We're halfway there. Number 11. Everyone say aspirin. Aspirin. The synonym is a painkiller. So this is a type of medicine, okay? It is a noun. It says a common drug that reduces pain, fever, and swelling. It's a type of medicine that we take maybe when we have a fever or when we have a super bad headache. In our book it says, but she took 3 aspirin and went back to work. This is from our story also. Example, here, let's read together. 1, 2, 3. She had a headache, so she took an aspirin and took a break from work. So she's like, oh, I have such a bad headache. I need some aspirin. And then drink some water. And then maybe 10 minutes later, oh, I feel better now. Aspirin, it's a medicine, painkiller. Down here, it says, aspirin can help bring down your fever and make you feel more comfortable. Example 2, I needed to eat something before taking an aspirin so that it wouldn't hurt my stomach. Yes, most medicine you should eat something and then take the medicine so that it doesn't upset your organs inside your body. Aspirin. Everyone say aspirin. Good. Next one. Oops, sorry. Number 12. Everyone say bureau. Bureau. The synonym is adjuster, and the part of speech is noun. It is a piece of furniture with drawers for storing things, like right here, this bureau. In our book it says, last year, Polka had 3 kittens in my bureau drawer, which luckily I always leave open. So imagine her little cat going in here and having babies. Example, 1, 2, 3. I usually keep my socks, shirts, and pants in my bureau. Very good. The bottom. Grandma's bureau has a secret compartment where she hides her jewelry. Ooh! So inside the dresser, inside the bureau, there's also a separate secret area where she keeps her jewelry in there. Next one. In the guest room, there's a bureau with empty drawers for visitors to use. So you just have to know this bureau means a dresser. I'm sure most of you have a dresser at home. Number 13, our word is exquisite. Everyone say exquisite. The synonym is lovely, and the part of speech is an adjective. It means extremely beautiful and delicate. So exquisite, we're like, so cool, so beautiful, so great. In the book it says the most exquisite words in the world are on labels you find in the bathroom. This is quite a funny one. It's kind of like sarcasm. They're not really exquisite words that she found, but you'll see when you get to that area. Example, let's read together. 1, 2, 3. We enjoyed exquisite dishes at a new fancy French restaurant. So these dishes, the food were like so beautifully put together and delicious and exquisite. Let's read at the bottom here. The bride wore an exquisite dress with lace and pearls on her wedding day. How beautiful! I can imagine such a beautiful dress. Example 2. As the sun set, the sky turned shades of pink and orange, creating an exquisite sunset. So they're like, wow, it's so pretty. Exquisite. 14. The word is ideal. Ideal. And the synonym is perfect, and the part of speech is an adjective. It is describing it. The definition says being the best possible for someone or something. In our book it says, and I thought this would be an ideal time to practice pretending to be asleep. She's like, I thought this is the perfect time to pretend to be asleep. At the end of chapter 2. Let's look at the example. Read together. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Avocados are ideal to eat when the skin color is dark green and nearly black. So when you have an avocado and the outside is green still, like light green, it's not ready yet. It's ideal, it's perfect to eat it when the outside is black. Example here. Finding the ideal spot, they set up their picnic blanket under a shady tree. So they're like, oh, this is a perfect spot to have a picnic. Let's put our blanket here. The ideal spot. Example 2. The weather was ideal for a day at the beach. Sunny with a gentle breeze. So it was a perfect day to go to the beach. I can't wait for ideal weather to go to the beach. It's still a bit too cold right now. Ideal. All right, everyone, page 59. Now these are not from Clementine. These are from your textbook. Number 15, everyone say shatter. Shatter. You like my sound effects? The part of speech is a verb, and it means to suddenly break into pieces. In our textbook, it said, cracks of lightning shattered the dark sky, flashing above an enormous plateau of peaks, valleys, and trenches. So the lightning went shatter the dark sky. Or the bottom example, ready? Grayson saw the window shatter. So he saw it go and break. Anyway, I'll stop doing the sound. Example, with a loud bang, the glass vase shattered into 1,000 pieces when it fell off the table. Oh no! It went plop and it went. Oh, I said I wasn't going to do any sound. Sorry. It shattered into many pieces. Example 2. The ice on the pond began to thaw, meaning it started to warm up, causing it to crack and eventually shatter. Because maybe the weather was getting warmer. 16. Our word is dawn. Everyone say dawn. Okay, it is when it is the beginning of the day, so the sun is coming up. So the antonym would be dusk, which is the opposite when the sun is going down. This is a noun, and it means the beginning of day when it is light. This is such a beautiful picture of the dawn. In our textbook it says, dawn comes bringing daylight to spires and but standing like sentries on the plateau. Okay, example. So it's here the sun was rising. Next one, example. I woke up at dawn, but everyone else was sleeping. Very good. Let's look at the example here. Birds chirp happily at the first light of dawn, welcoming the morning. So they go chirp, 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 chirp when the sun comes up. Example 2. My father wakes up at dawn to start the day with exercise. This is a true sentence with my father. He wakes up at the crack of dawn early in the morning to start exercising. He goes bike riding and then he goes running and yes. In the morning, dawn. 17. Our word is spire. Everyone say spire. The synonym is a steeple and it is a noun. And as you can see here, it is a tall, narrow structure that rises to a point, a spire. It was the same sentence as before, so I will not read it again. But let's read this example together here. Ready? Most churches have crosses on the spires of their buildings. So if you've seen a church, they'll have a cross on their spire, which means the tall, narrow building. Let's go here. The spire of the lighthouse guides ships safely through the scary waters. So the spire, the tall, narrow structure on a lighthouse has a light, right? That's why it's called a lighthouse. So it goes shoo, shoo, and then it shows light, meaning it shows where the ships need to go or where the lighthouse is so that they can come back into the land. Next one. All the spires on the castle were decorated very beautifully. Yes. Very good. Number 18, our last word for our textbook is erosion. Everyone say erosion. Our synonym is deterioration. And the part of speech is a noun, and the definition says the gradual destruction of something. So deterioration means like it's destruction. It's getting worse and worse and worse. And that's what erosion is also. So here it said they are standing like sentries on the plateau, worn down by weathering and erosion. An example, let's read together. 1, 2, 3. Drinking too much soda can cause painful teeth erosion because there's so much sugar in our soda, so it breaks down our teeth enamel and it makes our teeth get rotted. Teeth erosion. Let's look here. Heavy rain caused severe erosion on the hillside. So maybe there's a hill, but all this rain kept coming down and down and down, so it destroyed the hill, making it muddy and go all down. Example 2. In order to prevent teeth erosion, you should always brush your teeth. Very good. Next page, everyone, page 60. Our word is, for number 19, spend time. Spend time. It is a phrasal verb because there are 2 words here to make up one verb. Phrasal verb, spend time. And it means to use time for a particular purpose. We're using this time to do what? Example. Ready? You have to read with me. 1, 2, 3. I don't like to spend time doing my hair, so I just tie it up. That's the same like me. I don't like to spend time doing my hair, so I just leave it down. Very good. Spend time to do something with your time. Example here. It says, instead of watching TV, why not spend time reading a good book? So this one was actually a question. We can also use these words to make questions. It doesn't always have to be sentences. Example 2. It's important to spend time practicing if you want to improve at playing a musical instrument. So if you play the violin and you're like, oh, I'm never going to be good at violin. Well, did you practice? Did you spend time trying? You need to spend time doing it to get better. What do you like to spend your time doing? 20, our last word is health. Health. And here, it says that the antonym is fitness. The part of speech is noun, and the definition says physical and mental well-being. Example, ready? 1, 2, 3. Taking care of your health is one of the most important things to do. Okay, so like me right now, I did not take care of my health, so I'm quite sick. But you should always take care of your health. Example down here. It says good nutrition and regular exercise are essential for maintaining overall health. So you need to eat really good food and exercise. Oh, I think this was one of our sentences before for interconnected, wasn't it? Our example? I think so. So that is our sentence there. Let's look at the second sentence. In order to monitor your health, regular checkups with your doctor are important. Very good. So in order to make your health better, you should have regular checkups. Go to your doctor. Make sure that you're healthy. Check your health. Okay? You made it to the end. Such a good job. Now it's time for you to review and self-study. This is for contextual mastery. Now review all the words again, read it all out loud, and complete your vocabulary homework on page 61 and 62. And don't forget to rewrite the sentences in the white box. Okay? Thank you for joining me today for our vocabulary, and I'll see you in the next video for Clementine. Bye!